lucky cat. Look at you, back with more Dream Daddy. Literally one of my favorite games right now. And I gotta seduce all the dads. Wake up. So, most of this is gonna be exactly the same. Except for very few changes, like
Build that dad.
The dad I'm gonna make. I think I'm gonna keep his body shape the same though. But most of it is gonna be the same. Oh god. Cause the dialogue is mostly the same. At least that's what I saw when I was playing through Roberts. Walk through route. Robert's route. But, we'll see. Let's give you a nice brown. And let's take care of the brows. Okay. Mouth is fine. Brow is fine. Let's go with that one.
Name that dad.
Give me 1 second. I'm getting a name generator. Real names, please. Andrew Fox it is. Done.
Be that dad.
Alright. Your mother and I.
Dad.
Tried to steal people's pets. Right? Washer and dryer hookups. Doggos. Let's go say hi to the doggos.
Hey.
Hello. How did you know?
Oh.
It's a new technique.
Hey.
You can tell this is very Pokemon-esque. Alright, I have 55 and he is 50. Oof. Eee. Okay. Damn it. I don't think you could ever win against Brian. Go unpack.
Yeah.
Bing bong.
Yeah.
He probably wants his plates back. Let's grab some coffee.
Dad.
Hey. Chai. I really like chai tea.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Banana bread Kennedys, because I know he liked that. I need a nap. Bro! I'm gonna go after Craig this time.
Yeah.
Definitely wish I saved Robert for last though.
Dad.
I'm secretly the mayor of this town. Go and watch the game? You know, the game that's on TV right now. I'm not gonna buy you a drink this time, Mary. I want to love you again. Why can't I quit you? I know. Cool leather jacket. No, thank you. I better call it a night. As much as I really want to be with Robert again, I can't. Okay. Actually, instead of trying to get the perfect route, I'm gonna, oh shoot. Actually, I should go back. I wake up to a text from an unknown number. Rise and shine, early bird. Still want to work out? This is Craig, BTW. Holy crap, it's 6 a.m. Who does 6 a.m. anymore? Without realizing, I drift back to sleep. Whoops, must have winked back out. I check my phone again. Hey bud, still want to get your swole on? I'm ready to tear up the track. Hit me up. God, the last thing I want to do right now is work out. But it is Craig. I do want to catch up. Hey man, I need a few minutes to wake up, but let's meet in 20? After a few seconds, another text comes in. Sure thing. Meet me at the gym. I stretch and my bones creak. I gotta stop falling asleep on the couch. I throw off my blanket and... Hey, wait, I don't remember falling asleep with a blanket. Amanda must have tucked me in after I fell asleep. bless that child. I reluctantly brush my teeth, throw on the only clothes that I own. The only clothes I own that are even kind of gym appropriate, and head out. The neighborhood is quiet and serene this early in the morning. Birds chirp and the grass is still wet with dew. Surprisingly, the gym is pretty crowded. I spot Craig standing out front, stretching, of course. He spots me and waves enthusiastically. Hey, bro. Good morning. Hey, good to see you, man. I'm definitely not as pumped as he is. Maybe I should have had some coffee before I left. You ready to kick some butt? With your help, I am. I get the feeling I'm gonna be less. This is gonna be less of me kicking butt and more the gym kicking my butt. But I can handle it with you here. Dude, bro, that means a lot.
Bro.
We head into the gym, and I'm immediately intimidated. All these people look like they could break me in half, and it seems like Craig is friends with all of them? He high-fives and finger guns all the cool jocks in the room. They look like they could and would steal my lunch money to spend on protein shakes. Come on, bud. Let's warm up. We head over to the treadmills and start walking. Okay, I can walk. Walking is good. This is a decent place to be. Walking. So, I know we're on the treadmills. Yes. And those over there are ellipticals. Very good. What is all this other stuff? Craig laughs. They may look a little scary, but I guarantee that all of them serve a specific purpose for building muscle mass. I watch as a dude in a muscle tee flexes a muscle I didn't know existed on a machine. I watch as a dude in a muscle tee flex a muscle I didn't know existed on a machine. I think it was once used to process grain into flour. What is that? Why is that guy doing that to himself? That's a good question, bro. What do you think he's doing? Training to crush people's skulls with his thighs using a medieval torture device or praying to some sort of pain god. Training to crush people's skulls with his thighs? He's trying to make his thighs so strong that he could crush people's skulls with them.
Bro.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only reason I work out. Oh no, Craig is turning up the speed. I better do the same. How long have you been doing the buff thing?
Nice.
Couple years. And what do you do when you're not dadding or working or buffing? Oh, I coach my twins' softball team. That still counts as both dadding and buffing.
Nice.
I keep busy. What do you do for fun? Oh, you know. Workout. I love learning. I try to live my life as close to a Jimmy Buffett song as possible. Check out my hot bod. I love learning. I try to educate myself about the world around me. I'm like a sponge for knowledge, soaking up all that intellectual content. You know, history, the paranormal, wilderness survival, aliens. Mostly those things. So you watch the History Channel too, huh? Yes. We're jogging now. Oh God, we're jogging now. I look over to Craig, who hasn't even broken a sweat. How is he doing this so effortlessly? I'm dying! I can feel my life force draining through every orifice of my body. Hey, remember when my fish died in college? No, I don't like this story. Oh my God, is he really bumping up the speed again? I guess I better do it too. Oh, this is fast. This is very fast. And we were at that party and you vowed to make me feel better. You tell me to create a distraction, so of course I do a sick keg stand and get everyone cheering. And then I tried to steal a fish from the fish tank at the party with my bare hands like an idiot. And then you drop the fish tank and it's flopping around and you panic. So you run up to me post keg stand while a dying dirty fish is in your hands that you scooped off the ground. And you're yelling at me that we have to leave. So we're running out of a frat party with a fish trying to give it mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. And we get him home and get him into a bowl of water, but the prognosis was grim. And then the next day, he's alive and well. They never did catch the great fish thieves of Grand Ridge, you. And they never will. I shoot off the end of the treadmill and crash into the wall. Jesus, that hurts.
Nice.
Dude, bro, are you okay? Craig offers me a hand and looks me over for injuries. I'm fantastic. I managed to stand up and rub my back. Doesn't hurt now, but I'm sure it will later.
Oh, man.
You don't have to push yourself like that. Always know your limits. Well, I think I might call our gym a venture here.
Oh.
You sure? Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, well, here, I brought you this. Craig hands me a shaker bottle full of thick green liquid. I stare at it with what must be apparent distaste.
Oh.
It's a protein shake, bro. Oh, thank you. He wants me to drink it. Oh boy, here goes. I take a small sip. It's actually delicious. Wow, this is really good. And good for you. It's my special recipe. I'm pretty proud of it.
Dude.
Let me know if you ever want to work out again. Maybe we can try running around the neighborhood if treadmills aren't your speed. No pun intended, bro. Good one. Well, I'm gonna go put some ice on this. Everything. I'll see you around. I leave the gym feeling ashamed. Craig used to order delivery from the pizza place across the street from our dorm, and now he can run circles around me. Literally. Man, I gotta work on this dad bod. I get home and lie down on the couch. It hurts to move. Oh god, I'm so old. Oh no, I must have fallen asleep. What time is it? Shoot, it's 3:55. I'm supposed to be at Amanda's school in 5 minutes. Skip.
Whoa.
Hey, Higa. It just moved. Let's go to the mall so we can meet, kind of sort of meet Damien. Let's look at ironic mugs. Excited to beef up my grilling skills.
Dad.
Let's go hang out with Craig. Talk to Craig.
Nice.
The new place is perfect. It's really cozy and the neighborhood is beautiful. I'm so glad we moved here. And I'm even more glad that we're right next to my old best friend. Craig gives me a playful punch in the shoulder. Ow. I remember that hurting less in the past. Sorry. I've been doing push-ups and stuff. Good to know.
Sweet man, shake.
Oh, hey. Burger time. I don't need to talk to anyone else. I mean, shoot. Not what I wanted, but oh well. See how long I can sleep for. I was scared. Sorry. Okay. Torrent my children with dad puns. Obviously. My survival skills have trained me for this day. Strong dad arms. A good father. Whatever will make me cry. Trying to geocache but getting hopelessly lost. My crippling low self-esteem. How proud I am of my child.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Dad of 3, business entrepreneur and fitness enthusiast. Juggling work, family, and fitness is a tough gig, but someone's got to do it. Get one last good cardio session in, a box of energy bars, a sub 6-minute mile. Ugh. Beer pong world champion. Buddy cop movies forever. Scaling a huge dangerous mountain for fun. An extra tube of energy gel. My mile time used to be so good. What happened? Have I peaked? Let's hang out with Craig today. I could have pulled that off a lot better. I wonder what Craig is up to today. I navigate Craig's dad book page and type out a message. Hey bro, or should I say neighbor, let's catch up like old times. A couple of minutes pass before I hear a ding on the computer. It's a message from Craig. That was quick. Bro, my man, let's definitely hang soon. Might be a little different from our old weekend-long benders, but it'll still be fun. I think for a moment, this could be a fun opportunity to see my old buddy in his new element. We exchange a couple more messages and he logs off to prep for the game. I should see if Amanda wants to join me. I walk over to Amanda's room and knock on the door. Yo, Amanda Panda! I open the door and find Amanda sitting cross-legged on the floor, surrounded by magazines and newspaper clippings. She seems to be making some sort of art piece, but her eyes are a little puffy, almost as if she had been crying. Hey, are you all alright?
I'm fine.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I just got sad because I realized that dogs are too often killed off in movies to elicit emotional reactions from the audience instead of being given the respect that they deserve. It's not right. Dogs do deserve better than that. Every time a dog gets introduced in a movie, I get nervous because 9 times out of 10, that dog is gonna die by the end. I can watch a movie where people die and be unfazed, but the moment a dog dies, I'm out. Gosh, sad dog death movies take up a whole genre. There are too many. It's dog's position. But seriously, you know you can talk to me about anything, right? Yeah, that's why I'm talking about sad dog stuff with you. Okay, just remember that it's okay to be sad. And also remember that I love you very much. And I only want what's best for you. That's all. Alright. Jeez, don't make me cry again. What you working on? Just a collage for class. We're supposed to make a piece that represents our goals for the future. I take a closer look at her collage. That's a lot of dogs. It's mostly dogs. Yeah. Do you need something? Craig invited us to a softball game. Wanna go? Remember that one time you signed me up for softball and you bought me all the gear and then you took me to the first game and then someone hit a ball toward me and I just ran off of the field crying? And then you hid in the dugout and would scream if I tried to pick you up. Yes. I was afraid of baseballs. I thought you were a gigantic sentient softball. So does that mean you don't want to go? Amanda gets up and looks at me dead in the eye, determined. I'm finally ready to face my fears head on. Let's do this. Amanda and I make the short drive out to the local softball field. For a kids' softball game, it's pretty packed. We clamber up the bleachers and take our seats on the top row. I don't see Craig anywhere. So when do kids start crying and running off of the field? You know that your relationship with softball is different from everyone else's relationship with softball, right? Okay, but if I don't see some kids crying, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. For nostalgia purposes, of course. Not because I take joy out of children fighting for my amusement. Definitely not that. The game starts and the kids run out to the field. I see Craig by the dugout with a clipboard. He has rovers strapped to his chest, as per usual. There's a guy in a pancake costume doing jumping jacks across the field. I guess that's the mascot. Reading the kids' brightly colored jerseys, I see that it's the Maple Bay Flapjacks against the Pinewood Ocelots. Go Flapjacks? Chuck up on the bat, Miranda. Yeah, Miranda, square up. How much do you know about softball? Enough to know that the balls are relatively hard, despite their name. But yelling is fun. Give it a shot. It's cathartic. What's important is you're having fun. That is not important. Keep your eye on the ball. And also an eye on the bat. And the outfield. And the other players. And I'm not helping anymore, am I? Just keep your eye on all that stuff simultaneously. Nice. We watch a couple of innings of softball. They aren't ready for the major leagues yet, but Craig's trained them pretty well. It seems like he's really good with kids. Keg Stand Craig is good with children. Whoa. It's amazing how hard they're hitting the ball and how no one has run off the field crying yet. Amanda, dear, you have to let it go. Let it go. I'm perfectly fine. The opposing team is up to bat. They hit a fly ball out into center field. The tiny little girl tries to get under the ball, but it misses her glove and hits her straight on the forehead. See? It's a completely justifiable fear. The girl plops down on the grass and starts crying. Craig makes a beeline to her, checking her forehead and comforting her until her parents arrive. He carries her off of the field as she sobs. Man, it's strange to think about how this was the guy who once backflipped off a roof and into a pool while shotgunning a beer. He's so responsible now. The game resumes after the girl comes down a bit, and we catch a couple more innings. Craig's team is crushing the other team in the ninth inning, The ocelots seem to have given up by this point. I see one outfielder eating fistfuls of grass. A batter on the other team knocks a foul ball into the stands. I follow the trajectory and oh no, it's coming right for me. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. I close my eyes and brace for impact. I open my eyes and look over to see Amanda holding the softball, staring at it in amazement.
Whoa.
I caught the ball. You saved me. I caught the ball, Dad! I caught the ball! You did it, Amanda. I faced my fears. I defeated the softball. I can do anything! Amanda and I share a big hug. It's a tender moment that I don't think anyone else watching really understood. I'm proud of you, kiddo. The game ends and Craig's team are declared the victors. We sit patiently as the girls line up to shake hands. Good job, everyone. We walk over to the dugout to congratulate Craig, who's talking with some of the parents. Craig, great work, man. Thanks. We've been working hard all season, and it's great to see it paying off. I'm so proud of all my girls. Speaking of which, have you met Blair and Hazel? Hello. Hey, killer playing out there. Yeah, you guys rule. Thank you. You guys are twins, huh? So which one of you is the evil one? Hazel? Yeah, it's me. Good looking out. Do you guys ever pretend to be each other? I don't have a twin, but I think if I did, I'd be doing that constantly. Yeah, I take all of her math tests. And I usually throw rocks at stuff, and when people get mad, I tell them I'm Brer. What? We will talk about this later. Andrew, bro, I just got a couple more things to clean up, then we can hang. Sounds good. Just that one of the moms jumps into the conversations. Not so fast. We have to celebrate our win, Craig. I'm taking the whole team to get pizza. Oh, I don't know if I can. Nonsense. The girls won. What sort of celebration could we have without our fearless leader? She lays her hand on his shoulder and gives him goo-goo eyes. Man, this mom is laying it on thick. Amanda and I share a look. All right. Is it cool if my bro comes along? The mom looks slightly put out, but covers it up with a smile. Of course. Where are we going? Thirsty's Pizza? What? What? It's a real place. Another stream of girls clad in softball gear pile out of a minivan and into a local pizza buffet, which is actually called Thirsty's Pizza. Amanda and I trail behind them with Craig. Reminds me of all the awful pizza we put into our bodies back in the day. Remember how we used to just fold whole pies in half and then put taco fillings inside? Pizzacos. I can never forget. How did we survive college? Our bodies were young back then, more elastic, more able to handle the toxic waste we put inside of us. The good old days. The kids run around playing arcade games and eating greasy food. Amanda and I jump on a couple slices of mediocre pizza. Hey, give me a piece of that.
Hey.
No, absolutely not. I'm just kidding. I'm strictly eating salad here. Thanks for addressing the issue, Amanda. Dad! A different mom walks up to us, talking to Craig as if we weren't even there. Craig, thank you so much for looking after our kids. My daughter tells me every day about how great you are. Oh, I'm happy to look after them. Definitely helps that I have kids of my own. It's been so hard since Daniel left. I'm glad to know that my children have a strong male role model in their lives. Such a chick magnet. Amanda and I look at each other again. Craig gets it from all angles, huh? Craig smiles sheepishly. Thank you so much, dude. Craig holds his fist out for a fist bump, but from the mom in what I think is a maneuver to lighten the conversation. He looks super uncomfortable. I should throw him a bone here. Tag team. I give Amanda another knowing look, and she hits me back with a nod. She understands. Amanda puts a hand to her stomach and looks at me with puppy dog eyes. Dad, I don't feel so good. I think I ate too much pizza. Oh no, sweetie, you're not gonna projectile vomit everywhere, are you? Yeah, I think I'm gonna projectile vomit everywhere right now. The words projectile vomit and right now usually seem to get everyone to clear out, but Martha's not budging. Back it up, Martha. You're in the splash zone. I drank a lot of orange juice this morning, and it's feeling pretty acidic. You'll be fine. Amanda shoots me a worried look. This con is going sideways. I should have known that a mom of all people would know the fake puke scam. Oh, well, I guess it went away and I'm fine now and nothing's wrong. She turned her back on me to talk to Craig. So I'm taking Kaysa and Briar tonight for the sleepover? Yep, they're pretty excited about it. You'll keep them out of trouble, right? Oh, of course, but I could always use help watching after everyone tonight if you're not doing anything. Wow, this lady is really going for the gold. Ha, it'll actually be nice to have a night to myself and River, but thanks for the invite. Martha, you might want to grab your child. She's stuffing pizza into a coin slot. Martha angrily turns her attention to her daughter. Tiffany, not another arcade machine. I swear, if we have to buy it. Martha storms off toward her kid. She seems nice. Yeah, the team is one big weird family. Takes all sorts, right? Tiffany, don't eat the token. Tiffany's a stellar hitter. Phew, I think I finally have time to talk to Craig now. Man, you're a busy guy, huh?
Nice.
Only on days like today, I hope. Dad! Hey, girls. Dad, can you help us beat our record on DDR? We told Ariana's dad that you could destroy him on the dance mat. Please help. Girls, you know I don't have my jukes anymore. But Dad! Craig looks at me like a hurt puppy. Sorry, dudes. Duty calls. I promise we'll catch up in a bit. It's all good, buddy. Craig runs off with his daughters and I'm left alone with mine. Man, I was really hoping to hang out with Craig more today, but it seems like he's getting dragged in every direction. It definitely wasn't like this in college. I feel like we might be a third wheel here. There's worse places than an arcade to be left to your own devices. You're right. We're gonna drop some coin on pinball. You know it. Amanda and I pull up to a machine that's feeling pretty hot and get to work. I'm a little rusty, but the pinball wizard within me will never die. I pull out a decent score, then challenge Amanda to top mine. And immediately she gets a small tie ball. Looks like she takes after her father. You're pretty good.
Aww.
Don't patronize me. Hey, I'm just trying to pay a compliment. Amanda shushes me. She's in her zen zone. She fights valiantly, racking up points by the millions. She's this close to beating my score, but I feel honored just being able to watch. You're friends with Craig, right? Janet from earlier walks up and leans on the pinball machine. Yeah, we went to college together. Please don't lean on my thing. Oh, that's so interesting. So, do you know if he's, available? Oh, I honestly don't know if I can say. Seriously, you're gonna make it tilt. Because it seems like so much work to watch after his kids. Don't you think it would be great if he... Lady, I swear to God. All of a sudden, a buzzer sounds, and the game is over. Janet made the pinball machine tilt. You stone harpy. What? I said I have to go over there now and put pizza in my mouth so I don't say anything that'll hurt your feelings. Amanda.
Hey.
Bro, what's going on? Now's your chance. If we don't get out of here now, we're stuck for the rest of the night. I wrangle Amanda and say some quick goodbyes with Craig. We head out of the pizza place. Finally. Amanda promises that she'll keep the couch warm for me and heads home. Hope you don't mind me bringing you back here, bro. Not at all, dude. It's good to finally get you all to myself for a second. River burps. Well, almost all to myself. Hold up. Craig walks over to the trunk of his car and pulls out 2 gloves and a softball. Up for some catch? This might be less catch and more you throwing the ball at me and running after it, but sure. We stand in the middle of the empty baseball diamond and start tossing the ball back and forth. I have a cooler in my car that we could grab, but there's only juice boxes in there. Man, fatherhood is strange. You're telling me. I can't believe I'm looking back on my keg stand Craig days and reminiscing about it. Those were some good times. I don't know anyone else who could pull off the rare horizontal keg stand. It was a feat of discipline, bro. Trust me. I haven't properly hung out with Craig in so long, I don't even know where to begin. Ask about the kids. I can't believe you're a father of 3. Neither can I. You know me, I'm an indecisive person. You switched your major 4 times. Yeah, and I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, but raising kids, when Breyer and Hazel were born, it all finally made sense. It was like all the time I had spent trying to figure things out led to them. I couldn't be happier about it. I don't think I've ever cared about anything as much as I care about them. I had the exact same feeling when Amanda was born. It was the best thing to ever happen to me. It could be the only thing that ever happened to me, and I would still be proud of the life I lived. So is softball coach the life you wanted, or was it the life that was thrust upon you? Ha! I'll admit that I was hesitant at first. Breyer and Hazel had so much energy that we just had to get them into sports. But no one was there to run the team. The more I did it, the more I saw how much it meant to all the girls. I'm worried there'd be a riot if I quit. I would also be afraid of a bunch of tiny children with metal bats. They're quick and they work as a team. I've trained them too well. They'd take you down like a pack of velociraptors on a T-Rex. Exactly. So, you run a business now. Yep, well, we sell fitness gear. Imports and exports mostly, but we're coming up with our own line of athleisure wear soon. I nod. I mostly use my sweatpants for watching TV and not, sweating. Sounds like he'd make a killing. If you ever need athletic gear, I've got your back. You could sponsor me. I'll rep your athleisure wear brand while I mow my lawn. That is the glamorous lifestyle we're catering to, yes. It's nice out here. Quiet. Must be good to get away from the softball moms for a bit, huh?
I don't know.
Christ, Janet. Yeah, that was a lot. Are they always like that? Actually, this wasn't nearly as bad. Yikes. I'm just so not interested. Well, what are you interested in? Peace and quiet. That's hot. That hot silence.
Hey.
My ultimate sexual fantasy is sleeping in on a Sunday. But more seriously, I just can't get back into dating right now. I couldn't even if I wanted to. There's no time. And I feel so uncomfortable trying to introduce a stranger into my girls' lives. They've already been through so much. I can't put them through that. Buddy, I hear you. So the moms can hit on me all they want. But the girls are my top priority. You don't have to rush it, man. Things will fall into place for you, and someday you're gonna find someone who cares about your kids just as much as they care about you. Bro, that's so sweet. While I'm distracted, I miss the softball and it hits me right on the head. Wow, that hurts. Amanda was right all along. Sorry, dude. Craig runs over to me. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Wait, let me do the dad thing for a second. Craig spends a moment examining my head. It's worse than I thought. Don't tell me you have to kiss it to make it better.
Hey!
You would be so lucky. That was planned. You probably don't teach the more advanced techniques to the little leaguers, but Babe Ruth used to catch balls with his teeth all the time. I still got it. Huh, maybe they'll learn in high school. I get up and dust myself off. River yawns. Hey little buddy, you must be getting tired, huh?
Nice.
I hate to say it, but I should probably head out. Sorry things are so... You get older and life just kind of gets in the way, huh? We start walking back to the parking lot. Hey, remember that one house party we went to that got broken up by a helicopter?
Dude.
How could I forget? You and me hopped over a concrete wall to get away. But the other side of the fence was a parking lot where a bunch of cops were parked. Oh man, yeah. Could you imagine the look on our faces? We just walked straight past them like we were out for a stroll. And not knowing that we were at the party, they started joking with us about how big of a bust it was. We had to talk to them for 30 minutes. You told them you were interested in joining the academy. And then they started giving me pointers for the exam. Longest 30 minutes of my life. Man, college. Good old days, right? We get back to our cars. Craig pulls me into a hug. Or at least, as much as we can manage with a baby between us. Never enough time, huh? Guess not. Let me make it up to you. Let's hang soon, yeah? I'd like that. I yawn as I walk through the door, spotting Amanda hunched over her collage, glue stick in her hand, burning the midnight art oil. I figured I might do something productive between episodes of Shark Hunter lip sync battles. Do the sharks lip sync or do the shark hunters lip sync? Yes. I look over her shoulder at the collage. Amanda, this is some good art. Look at this good art you made. Thanks, I'm just about done. Like before, it's still a lot of dogs. In one corner is a giant pile of cash, and the other it's... Amanda? Is that me? Yep. The whole thing is about my goals for the future, and those are basically just to sit on a giant pile of money with 20 dogs and also have a strong, mutually supportive relationship with my father into adulthood. Oh, now you've done it. Get ready to watch your dad cry. Here it comes. It's happening. Aw, Dad. You did this with your good art. She pats me on the back. Hey, how was your hang with Craig? I wipe a tear from my eye. It was good. That Craig guy sure is busy. Yeah, dude, the softball life isn't for quitters. Also, I'm very proud of you for facing your fears today. How does it feel? I'm on top of the world, Pops. I should start facing my fears more often. Oh yeah? How about tomorrow we hit some empty parking lots and practice, dare I say, parallel parking? Baby steps, Dad. I'll work my way up to it. Alright, I'm gonna hit the hay. Take care of late night television for me, alright? I'll let them know you said hey. Date complete. How well did I do?
That was a gold medal performance for sure.
I got a yes! Yes! While I'm doing my afternoon word jumbles, I hear the mail truck This is the same.
Oh. Yes. All right.
Fast forward.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Craig, my bro, my home slice. I really want to get some good quality time in with Craig. The last time we hung out, he was so busy with the kids and fending off 30 moms that I feel like we barely talked. Ever since the first time we hung out, I've been trying to get up a little early for runs. I don't think I'm going to be as embarrassing as last time. Maybe I'll even catch up with him now. I type out a message to him on Dadbook. Hey man, been training on my run game recently. Ready for a round 2? Craig responds almost immediately. Dude, of course, emojis! I don't know why he didn't just send an emoji rather than type it out. Another message pops into my inbox from Craig. Let's meet up early tomorrow morning for my favorite morning activity, brunch. I type back. Brunch? What's that? You run, then you get brunch. Oh, right. Craig and I agreed to meet in the morning, and I have a chance to spend the evening hanging out with Amanda. So we doing pizza tonight? Again? Can't we do, like, a salad night? Dad, are you on a health kick? Not yet. I've informed the committee to examine the possibility of being on a health kick. They haven't returned with their findings. Daddy, if you go on a health kick, then I have to go on a health kick by virtue of being under the same roof as you. I don't know if I have the constitution for that. Committee is still out. The committee still isn't back with its findings yet. This is a multi-year assessment on several bureaucratic levels. Well, Amanda picks up the phone and stares at me, unblinking as she dials.
Right.
Hi, yes, can I get an extra large pizza with chicken, bacon, extra cheese, and tomatoes? And a couple of garlic sauce cups. Amanda, you're going a little north here. Alright, can you maybe throw some leaves on there or something? Yeah, he's going on a health kick. Yeah, Rico, I know. It's tragic. Amanda listens for a second. Hold on, I'll ask. Dad, is oregano a salad? No. I don't think it is. Yeah, no, oregano is a pasta. Can't blame me for trying. Nah, Rico. I'm talking to my dad. Well, we'll just go with the meat lover's fantasy. Sure, say hi to the wife and kids for me. Amanda hangs up. Rico says hi. The food gets delivered and we plop down on the couch and eat some za. Just be careful. Running is a gateway drug. It's a slippery slope, Dad. First you go on a couple of light jogs, and before you know it, you're converting to the garage into a home gym and renewing your subscription to some sort of weekly kombucha delivery service. Question. Shoot. What's kombucha? Okay, so you aren't too far gone yet. I'm just giving you a hard time, Pops. I'm really happy you're running more and caring about your health. I want to keep you around for as long as possible. Thanks, kiddo. Speaking of which, I'm running with Craig tomorrow. You gonna be able to keep up with him? Hey, probably not. We laugh and eat more pizza than we laugh and eat more pizza than is probably healthy in the name of carbo loading. I call it early night, so I'm ready for tomorrow. When I first started running in the mornings, it was pretty hellish. Now that I'm a few sessions in, it immediately has become a little easier, despite it always ending me in a dry heave over a trash can. Is that what the runner's high is? Just dry heaving? I lace up my tennis shoes, throw on a t-shirt, and from Winter Summit I went to 20 years ago and head out the door for a moderate jog. Craig is already outside with River strapped to his chest. He's dressed head to toe in color-coordinated running gear. Wow, I look like a total schlub next to this guy. Hey, bro. Morning, Craig. River ever gonna be running with us? Best as she can. We're taking it to the limit, aren't we, kiddo? You. Oh, I know what that means. Craig hands her a stuffed toy, which makes her smile ear to ear. That's Arnold, the capybara. Sometimes it's the only thing that'll get her to stop crying. Oh, I've been there. Amanda had a stuffed panda that she carried around everywhere. She would have a tantrum if we even tried to wash it. It was gross. So you've been running lately? Every morning for 30 minutes. I'm basically an elite athlete by this point. Ha! Well, I'll try to keep up. So, where are we headed? I was thinking that we could do a couple laps around the park. Okay, that sounds reasonable. Then we'll do some hill climbs up a slope. Okay, I can probably handle that. Then we'll close it off by doing some wilderness survival hike running to increase our agility. I'm silently struck with the overwhelming need to crawl back into bed. That sound okay to you? I usually like to throw some timed murder sprints in there, but I'll go easy on you since you're a beginner. That sounds like something I am able to physically do. Great, let's get started. Craig and I finally arrive at the park. A few other lone joggers make their way around the perimeter, and River waves enthusiastically at everyone we pass. It's a lot more peaceful in the morning. Aside from birds chirping and River gurgling away in the stroller, it's pretty quiet. Alright, good warm-up. That was the warm-up.
Hey.
Let's start the show. But wait. Craig reaches into his bag and tosses me a water bottle. I fumble it, but thankfully didn't drop it. You gotta hydrate, bro. I take a long drink from the water bottle and feel reinvigorated. Man, I don't drink enough water. Hey. I look down and pick up Arnold, River's toy, and hand it back to her. Must have dropped this. Thanks for looking out, bro.
Hey.
You ready? My body is collapsing in on itself, and I'm just reading what's happening. We finished our however many 10th lap around the park. I'm breathing heavily, but I can't believe I actually didn't lose Craig. He's even breathing heavily too, which makes me feel a little better. I look down at my shirt and notice that I'm drenched in sweat. Huh, it almost looks like a frowny face. That's one. What?
Hey.
I'm just kidding. Good hustle out there. I'm really impressed. You're way better than the last time I launched you off a treadmill. Yeah, man, you really pushed me to my limit just now. I can't believe I held on. Sometimes you just need someone there with you to push you to do your absolute best. I'm glad I could be that guy, bro. Who's ready for hill climbs? Blap. There's my little cheerleader. Andrew, you ready? Ugh. You bet. Craig takes me to a separate portion of the park where there's a steep hill that seems to go up forever. I strain my eyes to see some other joggers at the top. So what do we do now? We run up the thing. That looks like a lot. Andrew, there's two things you need to know about this hill. One, don't stop running until you're at the top. And two, Craig points to the top of the hill. That's not the top. Ah! Let's do this.
I don't know.
I finally reached the top of the hill after making my way past what I originally thought was the top of the hill. Once there, I hunch over my knees and gasp for air. My lungs are like daggers poking my ribs. I can feel my heart in my ears. River, I'm having a moment, please. Oh boy! Craig looks like he's taking a beating as well. Ha! So he is human. Andrew, put your arms on your head and stretch out your elbows. It'll help you breathe better. I do as Craig says. It feels a little better, but I'm still in agony. And here. Craig tosses me the water ball again. I hydrate like my life depends on it. Thanks, dude.
Hey.
Phenomenal work. You feel that lightness in your head? That's the runner's high. Oh, that's it. I thought it was just, dying. Want to take it slow for a bit? I would like that very much. As we're catching our breath, the river starts crying. What's wrong, sweet pea? Do you want to play with Arnold? Craig looks around us. Oh boy. Man, Dan, I think we lost Arnold. River keeps wailing. I've abandoned my child's toy. We gotta find him, dude. It should be simple, right? We just gotta retrace our steps. I remember River having it down at the bottom of the hill. Craig and I jogged down the path, searching high and low for the stuffed capybara, which Craig takes the time to explain to me is a large rodent native to South America. We get to the place where River might have dropped it, but it's nowhere to be found. Looks like we got a mystery on our hands. We have to get to the bottom of this. I suspect foul play. Looks like this is a prime case for world-renowned Detective Fox. Dude, it's time for a bro venture. We high five and decide to jog back to the park to see if we can find any leads. So, it looks like there's a couple more places to check and some bros around here that we could interrogate. Sounds good.
Dude.
Wait, who's the good cop and who's the bad cop? I think about it for a second. Well, I think with your stature and overall resilience, you would make an intimidating bad cop. But on the other hand, you do have an adorable baby strapped to your chest, so that softens the edge a bit. All valid points. I think you would make a great good cop because of your cognitive aptitude and willingness to try new things. But then again, I've seen how you get when there are too many commercial breaks during the show, so you have the potential to be a scary bad cop. I don't want to have to watch Meet Hell in 3-minute segments with 5 minutes of commercials in between. And they're loud. The commercials are too loud. I just want to watch my shows in peace without people yelling at me to buy wiper fluid and stuff.
Hey.
Case in point. Let's play it moment by moment. Smart. So, where to protective? Let's start with the playground. We make our way over to a small playground at the edge of the park. A couple of kids playing on the jungle gym while parents watch on the nearby benches. Over on one of the benches, I spotted a familiar face. Let's see what Joseph's up to. We jog over to Joseph. He seems to be engrossed in his book. Joseph! Joseph nearly jumps his book. Hey guys, didn't think I'd see you two out here. Andrew, are you exercising? Sure am. You know me. I just love to run and be healthy. That's kind of my whole thing. What are you reading? Oh, just a book on knots and rope tying.
Norm McDonald.
For boats. Boat ropes. Right. So you didn't happen to see a stuffed capybara around here? What's a capybara?
Nice.
It's a large rodent that's native to South America. Joseph thinks for a second. Haven't seen one around. I'll tell the kids to keep an eye out. Your kids are here?
Whoa.
Joseph looks around. They were here a second ago. Must have gone exploring around the park. You know where they could have run off to? They're kids. They get into mischief sometimes, but they always come back. Alright, thanks for your help. Thanks, Joseph. We'll let you get back to your rope book. Boat ropes! We head back to the playground. Look for clues. Craig and I, two grown adults, walk onto the playground and begin examining it meticulously for clues. There's no forensic evidence here. No stray capybara hairs, at least. After searching fruitlessly for some time, we look up. All of the parents are staring at us. We smile and wave as we awkwardly slink away. We head back to the playground. That's a pretty nice playground. Might as well get a couple swings in. What about Arnold? Maybe having a little swing might calm River down. Might buy us some more time. You're right. She's about to go nuclear. This might prepare her for the possibility of us not being able to find Arnold. Life is cruel and tough, but at least we'll always have swings. Craig straps River into the baby swing and gives her a gentle push. She giggles. I take a swing on the swing next to her and immediately realize that I'm stuck. River seems to love that. Craig eventually helps me out of the swing and we decide to get back to the investigation.
Oh. Oh, Kirk.
Mischief, you say? Wait, am I being interrogated right now? No. Yes. Just doing our due diligence, Joseph.
Oh.
Arnold means a lot to River here. I mean, you're more than welcome to ask Christian and Christy. I imagine they have their ears on the ground. Ears to the ground on all the latest playground drama. They might be somewhere around the woods. Thanks, Joseph. We'll let you get back to your rope book. Where to now, bro? Let's go to the woods then. We make our way to the outskirts of the park. There are a couple of benches by the dense tree line. Looks like Robert's here all by himself. This also seems like the perfect place to look for clues. Joseph's twins must be around here somewhere. Look for clues. Craig and I search through the outskirts of the woods, hoping to find anything that might lead us to Arnold. There are a couple of cigarettes and an empty beer can scattered around the thicket. This is probably the hot spot for edgy teens to hang out at night and say swears and stuff. But it doesn't look like there was any recent activity that might be capybara related. This might be a dead end, partner, bro. Interrogate Robert. Maybe Robert saw something. We walk over to Robert's fence. Hey, Rob. Don't call me that. Okay, hi, Robert. Don't call me that either. Okay. Hey, buddy.
Oh.
What are you up to? Thinking. This is my thinking bench. I have to get a solid 2 or 3 hours of brooding in per day. Filling quotas. Have you by any chance seen a small stuffed capybara around? A capybara it's a large rodent native to South America. I know.
Nice.
So have you seen one? A stuffed one, not a real one. That would be weird. Be good cup. Come on, Robert. The sooner you tell us you know, the sooner we can let you get back to brooding. Bad cop time. Robert, if you don't help us, I'm gonna put you in a headlock.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a threat or a promise? Whoa, slow down.
Hey.
Back off. Oh, Christ, right now. Robert, I'm going to keep being vaguely threatening until you tell us something useful. I haven't seen any goddamn capybara, okay? Crap, I was really nailing the bad cop bit too. I thought for sure we had something.
Hey.
Now what, bro? Joseph said his twins are around here somewhere, but I have no idea how we're supposed to find them. Wait, those creepy kids? Why didn't you tell me they had something to do with this? Huh, maybe I should have left the good cop, bad cop routine to the pros on TV.
Dude.
Yeah, Robert. Bro, do you know where they are? I do. A lot of people underestimate the senses of a man who broods. I saw them lurking around here a little while ago. Where'd they go? Ran into the woods. I'd be careful, though. I don't trust them. But then again, I don't trust anyone. Not even you guys. Not even that baby. Brit.
Mm-hmm.
I take that back. You're an old soul, kiddo.
Oh.
Thanks for your help, Robert. The woods. Deeper into the woods. I stare into the depths of the forest. Who knows what could be in there? Are you prepared for what we might face in there? Yes. I'm ready, partner, bro. You? Nope, but if it gets River to stop crying, I don't care. Let's do this. We stare down the path into the woods, keeping our eyes and ears peeled for any sign of Arnold. There are no squirrels or birds anywhere. The silence is unsettling. The sun can barely peek through the canopy. It's colder here. Suddenly we hear voices. I want to do it! You got to do it last time! Craig and I come over to a clearing where we find Christian and Christy kneeling over something. Stop right there and put your tiny hands where we can see them. Christian and Christy's just stare at us. You heard the guy. Put your hands up. We're kind of in the middle of something here. Yeah, can you come back later? What are you kids doing? Cutting stuff up. My heart is pounding. Is this the end of the line? I step closer. I can't believe what I'm seeing. A pair of safety scissors lies in the dirt, and it's Arnold. What have they done to him? Arnold! Goob! You heard the baby. Hand over the capybara. No fair. Finders keepers. No, not finders keepers. That's our property, and you desecrated it. Well, how can you prove it's yours? Yeah, it doesn't have your name on it. Actually, it does. See on the foot there? Chrissy looks at the foot. I can't read. Craig looks at me. I'm so done with this, bro. There's no use arguing with them. River sniffles. Craig looks exhausted. I gotta get her home or she's gonna have another meltdown. Let's brunch some other time, yeah? I head back over to the cul-de-sac and head inside the house. God, I'm ready for a shower. A gallon of water and a nap. I bet Amanda's still asleep. And crack open her door to find her still in bed, sleepily scrolling through her phone. Morning. Afternoon, actually. Right, how was brunch? Well, we had a good time with the run part, but we didn't make it to the rest of the portmanteau. Huh? To brunch. We didn't make it to brunch. Somehow we lost River's toy capybara on our run. A capybara is... Dad, don't patronize me about giant rodents. I know. Sorry. Anyway, we figured out that Joseph's creepy twins had something to do with it. But we never got to the bottom of it. We actually cornered the kids in the woods and found what was left of the toy, but we couldn't convince them to give it back. Maybe if we had a smoking gun. I mean, evidence, not a literal gun. So the run went well. I was a little worried about your endurance. Yeah, it was a little rough at first, but it ended up being a piece of cake. I actually feel pretty... My legs give out. I find myself on the floor of the hallway. I'm just gonna hang out here for a while. You take your time getting up. I didn't do good on that because I didn't have the evidence.
Hey, at least he didn't place last.
Don't patronize me. Leave her alone. The best friend?
Eh? Oh. Dad.
The gossipy one? What did she say? I cannot believe that.
Oh no.
It's not dumb to feel. Real friends don't stab you in the back.
Me too, Dad.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Craig! Let's hang out. It took some time for our schedules to line up, but I was finally able to find a weekend where Craig and I could go camping. He always stays so busy with work and the kids, but it's good to know that we'll be able to spend some time relaxing together in nature. Since our first run, I managed to go on regular runs with Craig. I mostly do them, but because it seems like the only time we get to hang out, but the added benefits is that I've seen a lot of improvement in my health. I was able to sift through the attic to find my own camping gear from college. Craig puts me in charge of bringing the sleeping bags and the tent, while he takes care of the food, so I double check to make sure everything is ready to go. Craig should be here any minute now. Amanda's going to be spending this weekend on a school trip to our nation's capital. She hasn't been away from home without me for longer than a day since she was 14. I hope she isn't feeling as nervous about it as I am. Hey, Amanda Panda. Amanda's in the middle of sitting on top of her luggage in order to get it to finally zip. Hey, Pops. Ready for your trip? Once I get this bad boy all zipped up, I'm ready to go. How much did you pack? This seems like a lot for 2 days. Oh, it's all of my camera equipment. Lenses, tripod, flash, all that. Are you even gonna have time to take pictures? I'll find a way. I need to get some good shots for my series on national monuments. Oh, what's the series about? It's one of those intense series where I reimagine Disney princesses as founding fathers. What? I'm kidding. Nobody likes those. I'm taking portraits of my friends. Oh, well, I'm gonna be in the woods, out there in nature, roughing it. Just me and Mother Nature. The old Madre de Tres. And trees. Are you gonna be alright on your own? Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna have any signal out there. I won't be able to text or call you at all. Oh, it's alright. I'll be able to survive a couple of days without constant updates on who just got voted off of International Haunted House Hunters. Well, I'll miss you. And for the record, Bradley was just pushed down a flight of ornate stairs by a ghost. They were really beautiful stairs. Amanda finishes zipping up the big suitcase and lugs it next to the door of her bedroom. She turns around and gives me a big hug. Relax, Dad Tron. I'm a big kid now. I can take care of myself. Besides, I gotta share a room with Monica Sanders and 2 mom chaperones. The most trouble I could possibly get into is falling asleep with a tub of ice cream on me. Oh, well, alright, don't steal anything, okay? Since you asked nicely, fine, promise. I step outside, hauling my bags behind me. Craig already strapped some camping gear on top of my modest but stylish car. He notices me carrying my equipment and hurries over to take it from me. I got it. I angle away from him, doing my best dance moves to get past him into the car. Remember, it's your weekend to relax. Take it easy. I guess I can't argue with that. Everything good with Amanda? Yep, on our way to a school trip to Washington, D.C. What about your offspring? Already at Smashley's for the weekend. I'm ready to get my camp on. I load the rest of my stuff into Craig's car and we get in. Oh no. What's wrong? I think I left my juicer plugged in. We gotta go back. Are you worried that someone's gonna break into your house and cold press some carrots? No, it's just Just try to relax, man. Let the juicer float away. Take all of your worries and blend them into pulpy good vibes. Craig takes a deep breath. Do we have anything to listen to? All I had at my place is a series of CDs that guide you through a thorough and intense calisthenics workout. Do you want to listen to those? I'm just kidding. Craig hands me a thick case full of CDs. Take your pick. I thumb through page after page of kids sing-along CDs. Oh yeah, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Takes me back. Keep going. I get to the end of the case to find, in the very last slot, a blank CD with Craig's handwriting on it. DJ Craig Stands Mega Mix Volume 1. Made it just for the trip. I think you'll like it. I pop the CD into the car's stereo, and it's like I'm immediately transported to our old dorm room. Hit after hit plays, and soon enough, we're both happily singing the lyrics to each song as we fly down the highway. This song was Carl's favorite. Carl, the third roommate! You brought that dog home one night, and I couldn't pry you two apart. So we spent an entire semester fabricating a story about our foreign exchange student roommate who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. And then we had a room inspection. That ROA was so suspicious of us but could never prove anything. And Carl was just under a blanket. Bless that pup's courage under fire. Man, we did some dumb things back in college. The hours fly by as we belt out tunes in whatever non-existent key our voices register in. Soon enough, we're surrounded by lush trees and spectacular vistas of everything amazing that nature has to offer. It feels good to be back out here. Real good. We park our car at the entrance to a familiar trail and load up our gear on our backs. I'm thankful that I've been working out on my health over the past couple of weeks. Otherwise, I'd be dreading all of the hiking that's about to happen. Craig looks intently at his phone. Everything all right? Yep, just had to fire off one last work email. Craig pockets the phone and we start off on the trail. It's relatively easy, but I know I would have been huffing and puffing at this point if it weren't for all the murder sprints. I look around and take in the tall trees and animal chirps. Everything okay back there? There's no reception out here. Oh yeah, being out in the middle of nowhere will do that. I recognize the look of anxiety on Craig's face.
Man.
But what if there's a problem? There won't be. It'll be fine. Come on, bud. Who's a relaxed boy? I don't know. Craig. I'm a relaxed boy. That's my dude. We keep marching down the trail, but it seems like Craig is still worried. After a bit, he stops in his tracks. Maybe we should go back. We could find another campground that gets good cell reception. Craig, seriously, what's wrong? I mean, I'm just really nervous. My dad instinct is kicking in and my mind keeps conjuring up all the sorts of worst case scenarios. What if something happens to the girls? I don't have a signal. I would have no way of knowing. Let me tell you, that feeling never goes away, no matter how old your kids are. You just gotta remind yourself that they're in good hands. Craig doesn't say anything. I give him a reassuring punch on the shoulder. Try to remember why we came out here. The plan was to get away from it all and just focus on ourselves for this little trip. No distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods. Craig looks me directly in the eyes. No distractions, no cell service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods. We're gonna have some fun this weekend. Craig and I get back into marching. It's not too long after the hike before we get to the campsite. We're both glad to see that we're the only people there. I can't believe you still have this tent. Found it in my attic and already checked it for holes. It's seen better days, sure, but I think we'll be able to survive. I dumped the bag of fabric and poles onto the ground. We unfold the tent in the desired spot. I hand Craig the stakes. We still know how to do this, right? Of course we do. We do not. After 20 minutes of struggling like people in a bad infomercial, we somehow managed to build an uptight structure that closely resembles what a tent would look like if you ask somebody to draw a picture of one with their eyes shut. I wouldn't put this up against the storm, but I think we'll be able to survive the night. We set out a couple of chairs and our cooking equipment, admiring our handiwork.
Nice.
Bro, look at us go. Looking upon the kingdom we have built. Upon this rock we shall grill our meats and drink our brews, for we hold dominion over this land. Verily, and look at our camping chairs, which we are going to sit on. So what's the next camp extravaganza docket? Well, now that we have shelters settled, I think it's time for us to do some exploring. There's a waterfall a little bit up that way. I'm sure we could hike to it. Let's get hiking. Craig and I venture into the woods. We amble along, taking our time to chat and admire the wildlife. Craig reaches out an arm and stops me.
Nice.
Dude, does that look like what I think it looks like? I look over where he's pointing. Oh my god, it does. That tree looks like a butt. I can't get over how detailed it is. And I examined the butt tree further. The contour is perfect. It even has back dimples. I thought we were going to have a great time camping, but this makes it even better. Craig holds back a snicker. I aspire to have every hike be as good as this one. I'm snickering now too. Ugh. Dad puns. Let us analyze this tree further. Craig and I share a huge belly laugh at our awful jokes. The best thing about this is that there are no others to tell us our jokes are bad. We high five. Craig and I hit the trail again. It's been a long time since we've been out here, but everything seems more or less familiar. We point out old landmarks that we remember back from our college day. I think we're getting close now. Check it out. There's a clearing up ahead. As we get closer, I can hear water running. Crossing over a hill, Craig and I are greeted by a wide clearing surrounded by trees. In front of us is a beautiful waterfall spilling into a large body of water that runs into a river. Mouths agape with the genuine beauty of the place, we go to investigate. The old waterfall.
Dude.
It's gorgeous. Nature is so rad. Peering farther, we get an idea of how deep the pool is. Think we could jump off it like the old days? Ha! This old dad is happy here on dry land. Looks like he could climb right up over there. We didn't even bring swimming trunks. What are you talking about? Craig immediately begins taking his clothes off. Yeah, I'm gonna look. I can't help but sneak a peek. That is a good butt. Craig turns around suddenly. He catches me looking.
Oh.
I do a lot of glute workouts. I immediately turn away, blushing.
Oh.
You coming or what? Oh, I don't know about this dude. He's already making his way over to the waterfall by the time I finish my sentence. He realizes I'm not right behind him. He turns around and rolls his eyes. We lived together for years, and I've seen your ass more times than I can count. It's no big deal. Who needs pants anyway? They're society's oppressors. Down with pants! Down with the system! That's the spirit. I take my shirt off and drop it in a pile with Craig's clothes. I put the rest of my clothes on the ground, feeling exposed. Craig and I climb up to the top of the waterfall, making sure not to slip on any wet rocks. He reaches the peak before I do and offers me a hand getting up. At the top, we look over the cliff and into the tiny lake. It seems so much higher up from this perspective. Craig has always been a daredevil. He pulled some stunts in college that I'm honestly still shocked he survived. I was always the one standing on the sidelines, watching and hoping I wouldn't be bringing home in a gurney. Man, this could be dangerous. Craig looks me in the eye. Don't think, just jump. Craig cannonballs off the waterfall and into the lake, creating a huge splash. I'm worried for a moment before he finally resurfaces resurfaces from under the water. Woo! He treads the water and looks up at me. You coming or what? Don't think, just jump. How are you supposed to not think? I'm pretty sure that it's not physically possible. My toes grip the edge of the rock. The water looks so far away. Don't think, just... I run off the edge, trying to do my best cannonball. Somewhere in the middle, it turns into a really graceful belly flop. I hit the water with a loud slap. I resurface to find Craig giggling. I rate that belly flop a solid 8 out of 10. Your form was lacking, but your heart was in the right place. I playfully splash water at Craig. Are you sure about that? I splash him again. You've given me no choice. Craig splashes me in the face with a huge wave of water. You've awakened the beast. He launches another wave of water at me. Don't you put me in a corner here. Don't put a wild animal in the corner. With the force of thunder, I bring my fist down into the water, creating a tidal wave that drenches Craig. Good one. But I think I can do better. Craig answers back with his own tidal wave. It's big enough to launch me back. He's so strong. Craig, truce, please. Craig thinks about it. Yeah, sure. We shake hands. There is peace. Man, that jump was such an adrenaline rush. Not so scary now, huh? I'll race you to the top. We run all the way up the slick rocks and cannonball off the waterfall again. What a rush. Good form on that one. Want to go again? I'm pretty tired. We should probably head back. We got to put our clothes back on and notice they're soaking wet. Maybe a splash fight wasn't the best idea. It's okay. We'll get the fire going in no time. We can dry off and get some dinner going. Sopping wet, we hike back to the camp and unpack everything we need for dinner. Craig pulls out a couple of steaks and some chopped potatoes in tin foil. You ready for our feast? Hey man, take a seat. The Craig train is pulling into the relaxation station, and I'm your conductor. Let me cook for you. Absolutely not. Cooking is the thing that relaxes me the most. I'll take it from here. Craig cooks now? I remember how his entire sophomore year diet consisted of microwavable mac and cheese, but not microwaved, and have trouble believing the thing he just said. At least let me start the fire. Sure, let me just grab my matches. Craig reaches into his backpack. He rummages around in his bag, pulling things out and checking every pocket. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
I know I packed it. Craig checks another bag and still can't find it. My stomach grumbles, and now I'm more acutely aware of how cold and wet I am. We really need to get a fire started. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world. Gosh, I'm so stupid. I could have sworn I packed it. I'm sorry, dude. Don't be. We can figure this out. We can start a fire. We're smart, guys. I mean, how hard could it be? I've watched plenty of survival programs on TV. If a naked reality TV star can do it, then so can we. We'll need some wood. I gestured to the trees around us.
I don't know.
There's no shortage of that. And some tinder.
Oh.
We can make that work. And I think some ancient aliens are supposed to come by and give us advanced technology or renovate our house. Depends on the show. Craig and I gather a variety of wood, bark, and moss until we have all the materials that could conceptually make a passable looking campfire. Just add fire, right? That's the fun part. The sun is just now setting and a cool breeze rustles the leaves of the trees around us. We have to work quick. I've done this in the past and I know I can figure it out. Just give me a second. Any way I can help? Give me some moral support. Lift my spirits and we'll make this fire happen. Clear eyes, full heart. Can't, not make that fire. You make that fire, Craig. That's the stuff. Eventually, Craig is miraculously able to get something going. He blows on the embers and gently places the glowing moss into the base of the pit. Soon enough, we have a nice little fire going. Way to go, man. We're regular old outdoorsy fellas. Hooray for not dying! We take a seat on one of the lawn chairs Craig brought and cozy up to the fire, warming up my hands. Relax, take it easy, let me handle the dinner. I watch as Craig strokes the fire and sets up a makeshift grill for the steaks. After all that hiking and swimming and fire starting, I'm able to relax a bit. With the sound of crickets and the scent of steak filling the air, I actually feel pretty calm. Craig expertly sears 2 steaks in a pan he's been heating up on the fire, cracking thyme and crushed ginger over it while basting them both in butter. Wow, I didn't know he was actually good at cooking. The fanciest I ever saw him get in college was when he started sprinkling the seasoning packet onto dry ramen and eating it straight up. When did this happen? You used to eat cereal every morning with beer instead of milk. I grew up, I guess. I think these are just about ready. Craig puts the steaks onto a paper plate and sets them aside. I start to reach for one, but Craig smacks my hand away. Dude, let them rest. It'll be more flavorful that way. I patiently return to my seat, eyeing the steaks longingly from a distance. They smell incredible. Craig prepares a side salad for us in the meantime, sprinkling feta cheese onto freshly chopped greens. He plates it next to a generous pile of roasted potatoes covered in olive oil and rosemary. Once it's ready, we sit down by the fire and dig in. Everything tastes okay? I'm in heaven. That's what I like to hear. Remember how for an entire semester we would eat burritos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? It was so hard to not go back to that. Look at you now, man. You have kids, a great job, and now you cook like a vengeful wizard whose arch nemesis is microwavable food. I'm really impressed with how much you've gotten your life together. Craig laughs, but there's no humor in it. I'm glad you think that. I glance at Craig while he picks at his salad. He really grew out of his baby phase, but there's something about his expression that makes him seem so much older than he is. A sense of maturity he didn't have in college. He looks exhausted. You okay? Yeah. Come on, dude. I've known you for long enough to see when you're down. I'm tired, bro. I think being out here is making me realize just how drained I feel. You work really hard, Craig. It can't be easy. I have to. For my girls. I volunteer at their school. I cook healthy meals for them. I do everything I can to make sure they're safe and happy. And when they're with their mom, I'm always working overtime so I can support them. And then you work out so you can crush anyone who stands in their way. That, and I don't want to fall into my old habits. I need to set a good example for my girls. Everything I do is for them, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But it seems like it's bleeding you dry. If that's what it takes to raise them, then it's worth it. Craig, buddy, I know where you're coming from here, but you gotta take care of yourself too.
Nice.
I do, though. I eat right and exercise, and that's not what I mean. You're too little butter on too much toast, you know?
Hey.
What? You're spreading yourself too thin. Life needs balance. It's great that you care this much about your kids, but you can't neglect your own needs because you're busy taking care of everyone else's. You matter too. I just know I can provide for my family, and if I take a step back and look at everything objectively, I know I'm doing right by them.
I don't know.
But I can't explain it, man. There's always that voice in the back of my head. telling me that I need to do more. It's like it's never enough for me. Every time I try to relax, that voice keeps telling me I don't deserve it. To be honest, I even feel guilty about being out here. Craig, you're trying your best and you're doing an amazing job. That's a fact. But even if you weren't, you would still deserve happiness.
Oh, man.
Do I, though? Hell yeah, bro. I look at Craig and think about what a good friend and even better father he is. He's compassionate, he's hardworking, he's relentlessly positive. He encourages everyone to be the best version of themselves. He makes me want to be a better person. If you can only see yourself the way I see you.
Oh.
Craig beams. He gets up and walks over to his supplies. Come on, I brought dessert. Oh, are you going to use the campfire to torch the tops of some creme brulee?
Oh.
What? I know little to nothing about cooking. Craig pulls out marshmallows. Well, you still know how to make s'mores, right? I think the more important question is, do you know how to make s'mores? As I recall, you used to just completely blacken those marshmallows. Oh, I stand by that. It's charred on the outside, but the gooey center is preserved. Brutish. Craig throws a marshmallow at me. I catch it in my mouth. Pro move. We used to be able to do that at great distance. At a great distance against a wind disadvantage. Give me a week of practice and I'll be competitive again. Craig and I sit in the warm glow of the campfire, watching the embers float up toward the sky. The stars are so much brighter out here. Yeah. I miss this, Andrew. Me too. We stay here until it gets late, half remembering stories from college. We watch as the fire dies and eventually clamber into the tent. We crawl into the tent and I unfurl my sleeping bag. Wait, where's the other sleeping bag? I look around for a second. Oh no, I must have left it at home. It's all yours, dude. I'm sorry. I'll just crawl up over here. No way. Here. Craig unzips the sleeping bag and spreads it out so there's enough room for both of us to lay on top of it.
Oh.
Night, bro. Good night, bro. I roll over and we face away from each other. Without a blanket, it's really cold. I shiver, and without realizing it, I find myself nestling closer to Craig. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. He turns over and I can feel his breath on my neck. It's hard to focus on anything else. I turn over, trying to get more comfortable. I open my eyes to find Craig's face only a few inches from my own. For once, he looks at peace. His eyes flutter open. His hand finds a place on my wrist. I'm not sure who leans in first, but suddenly we're kissing. We look at each other again, my heart racing. Craig,
Hi.
I got strong feelings for you, bro. Feelings I can't deny anymore. Bro. Me too. I run my hands through his hair, then down to his chest. Craig brings me closer, wrapping his arms around me. I feel so secure. You know, talking about old times is fun, but I like making new memories with you. I smile, tracing the line of his hip with my finger. Because again, I'm not worried about us getting too cold tonight. I ship it! Hashtag OTP, but Robert will always be my main man. I'm not cheating on you, Robert, I swear.
Bro, that was perfect.
Thanks. That was perfect. Skip. It's for the feds.
Ugh.
Ah.
I don't know.
Too far! Too far! Skip, but this time don't go too far. Actually, I want to read that. I know I just relearned it, but one last time. Skip.
Hey. Oh.
I don't know.
Hey.
Oh.
Okay, it was after you two. Okay, Brer, think of a shape. Hazel, what's she thinking? Square. Brer. Star.
Yeah.
We'll get it next time. Amanda leans in close to Brer and Hazel, lowering her voice. Listen, you guys can be real with me. If you're downplaying your psychic abilities, I want you to know that you can trust me. Heck, even think of me as the third twin. Amanda, that's a triplet. You know, Dad, by the time I'm done with these kids, we're going to be finishing each other's... What? You didn't finish your sentence. What were we going to be finishing? Each other's sentences. See? Third twin. I have to go. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat next to Craig. The sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill.
Oh.
Bro. This reminds me of the parties we used to throw. Fewer keg stands, of course. Probably for the best. I don't want to get my hip replaced after a party trick goes wrong.
Oh.
We can leave keg stands in the past.
Oh.
Craig sighs. You doing okay? Yeah, dude. I'm alright. I just can't hang out for too long. I gotta get back home and answer some emails. What happened to relaxing? I'm relaxing. Right now. We're sitting on a bench. Yeah, well, I could be standing.
Oh.
See? Relaxing. Craig, you gotta take better care of yourself. I care about you and I want you to be okay.
Oh.
I appreciate it, but I'm fine. You're a good friend, dude. Ouch. A good friend. Do you? Do you ever wish that maybe we were more than that? Oh,
Oh
bro.
no.
I'm sorry if I gave off that impression. To be honest, I kind of wanted the same thing. But
Nice.
I don't have the time for that right now. I think we're just better off as friends. Oh. Yeah, I can do friends. Craig hops up. All right, buddy, I gotta get moving. Thanks for inviting me. Let's hang soon, yeah? That would be nice. Craig jogs out of the yard. Man. The last guest begin to make their way out of the party. Amanda wanders over and sits next to me. Killer party, Pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So, I also have something for you. For me? Why? Not to be completely genuine. Is this the same? Yep. Okay, I gotta do one last run of Craig because of the C I got. And I think that means I didn't get the best ending. I got like mediocre. Okay, yeah, from there. Gotta say posse, dude.
Bro.
Oh, wait. Gotta make sure I get the right ones. Not that one. Should definitely delete some of these. Oof. I got a lot of saves. Actually, wait, here, let me delete all the epilogues. So I don't accidentally load my letters. And load that. Help. This is it. This is how I die. Oof. Lol, JK.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey.
Perfect.
Nice. Hey.
Use a medieval torture device?
Hmm.
Does that one not matter? Praying to some sort of pain god. Yeah, that one doesn't matter. Actually, I'll leave it as praying to some sort of pain god. Check out my hot bod.
Nice.
Bro.
Hey.
Hi.
Dude. Hey.
Oh no! I must have fallen asleep! We just moved. Let's go to the mall! Don't doubt the deliciousness of nachos. Look at the bands. There's food. I'm excited. Okay, talk to Craig.
Bro.
Oh.
Nice.
Whoops. Too much clicking.
Hey.
Talk to Matt, Hugo, and Craig. Talk to specifically Craig.
Hey.
Save. The new place is perfect.
Hey,
Almost done.
oh.
Okay, so that doesn't matter. I will give it a good.
Hey.
Oh no.
Skip.
That sounds great.
Wow. Burger time. Because I don't need to talk to anyone else. I mean, I got a burger in me. Work on some stuff. You know, dad stuff. I was scared. Sorry. Hmm. Sure. 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 Whoops. Apparently I never leave house with a knife now. How proud I am.
Yeah.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Message.
Oh, I'm fine.
Dogs deserve better than this. But seriously,
Oh no. Ugh.
okay, save. What's important is you're having fun. Go friendship and kindness. Sure thing, honey. I believe in you, Miranda.
Whoa. Whoa.
I don't know.
Okay. Create a diversion. Who watched Long Haul Paranormal and Short Ghost Trickers last night? What? Callum and Flint Dogbone visited a truck stop that was also a cemetery and led an exorcism of a ghost that was haunting the hot dog girl. I nudge Amanda for support. There was also a demon haunting one of the bathroom stalls. It kept throwing poop on the wall. Pretty scary stuff. Actually, now that I think about it, there's a good chance there's a non-paranormal explanation for that. But still, quality television. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that either. I am not helping. Smoke screen. We're going back to my wingman days. I gotta run the blocking play. So, Martha, I must get lonely without Daniel. You know, I also happen to be an eligible single father. I waggle my eyebrows at her. Pass. I remember that working better in the past.
Hey.
Okay, so no matter what, she proceeds to hit on him.
Dad.
Ask about softball. Ask about business.
Oh.
Ask about the kids.
Nice.
Oh.
Don't get hit on by moms. A wise man once said that. I'm quoting myself. Copyright. Ah!
Nice.
Kissing is for the weak! That was planned. Okay, Aha!
Hey, bro.
Date complete. Bro.
Bro, that was perfect.
It sure was perfect. Can't get any better than an S.
Hey.
Ah.
All right. Yes.
after this
Welcome.
hopefully
You've got
perfect
dads.
to run through, I need to get myself some food. Hey, man. I'm sorry, Amanda. It's time. Now, if I have something to say about it,
Yes.
oregano is not a salad.
Dude.
Oh.
Nice. Bro. Nice.
Yeah.
Bro.
Ugh.
Bro.
Ah.
Nice. 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 Hey.
Let's start at the field this time. We wander out to the grassy field at the center of the park. There isn't a whole lot to see, but there are a few figures camped out on a blanket, and the grass could hold any number of secrets. Let's talk to Matt and his daughter. Carmencita spots us from across the way and waves. She's sitting down with her dad on a sunny green patch of grass. We jog over.
Hey.
Hey, dudes. Hey, bro. We just sat down for a picnic. Want some snacks? Got anything to increase my glycogen reserves? We have apple slices. Thank you very much, tiny bro, but I should be fine. You guys working out? Good day for it. Yep, I'm the picture of health and athleticism. Good transition, Andrew. So, have you seen a stuffed capybara around here? Anywhere? Have you? What's a capybara? It's a large rodent that's native to South America. Wait a second. How do you know what a capybara is? You wouldn't happen to have any? You wouldn't happen to have had hands-on experience with one recently, have you? We learned about capybaras in the 4th grade. I think it's more suspicious that you know what a capybara is.
Hey.
Oh my god. What if I took Arnold? What if I'm the culprit and I just don't remember? I quickly check my body for paraloids I might have kept on my person to remind me of who to trust and who not to trust. I saw Memento once, and I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Nothing. But if that's what I want, but what if that's what I wanted myself to think? No, Andrew, don't let them win. I shake off the thought. I saw a couple of squirrels over by that tree, though. I don't know if that helps, but if you want to see some cute squirrels, you should definitely check it out.
Oh.
Thanks for the hot squirrel tip, Carmencita.
Oh.
Well, we better get moving. Gotta find that capybara before River here has a breakdown.
Hey,
Good luck. Let me get some apples for the road, though. Carmencita hooks me up with some road slices, and we're on our way. Look for clues. We carefully comb through the field of grass and flowers. I can't seem to find much besides a couple of ladybugs and a nickel. While I'm looking, Craig calls out to me from across the field. Andrew!
I don't know.
I jog over. Craig is kneeling in the grass, inspecting something. I approach, my heart in my throat. And as I lean over Craig, I see it. This is Arnold's leg. I put my hand over River's eyes. No one should have to be subjected to this senseless violence. My God, who or what would do this?
No.
I don't know, but I think we might be dealing with something beyond our grasp. I can't look at this anymore. I turn around, trying to wipe the image of the stiffening stone across the ground from my mind.
Oh.
We're running out of time. We may already be too late. Bag and tag it. Let's keep moving.
Oh.
Wait, let me try this. It's always the culprit you least suspect. I get eye to eye with River, who still looks like she's on the verge of tears. Hey, sweetie, believe me, nobody wants to find your capybara more than me. But we need more clues. And I think somewhere in that baby brain of yours, you might have something that will lead us to the perp. So what do you say, kiddo? Meh. I turn to Craig. We're getting nowhere with this witness. Check out those squirrels. Where did the suspects say the squirrels would be again? The tree.
Oh.
Ah, there they are. Carmencita was telling the truth. Those are some rad squirrels. River seems happy. This may have bought us some extra time. Where to now, bro? Go to the playground. Look for clues. Interrogate Joseph.
Norm McDonald.
For boats.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Kirk Douglas. Okay.
Sounds a little suspect. Only if you did something wrong.
Yeah. Oh.
Tried to calm River down. Whoops. Go to the woods. I didn't mean to do that. Interrogate Robert.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh.
You're bluffing.
Nice. Hey.
Search for clues.
Oh.
Go deeper into the forest.
Hmm.
Yes.
Nice. Hey. Bro.
Oh.
You two got sloppy and left evidence behind. I think you'll find that this lake fits perfectly onto his body. How about a deal? You can give us the capybara and we don't tell your dad about this. Fine. She hands over the stuffed animal. And give us those safety scissors. Those are clearly no longer safe in your hands. She hands them over. I'm glad we could figure this out. Come on, partner.
Nice.
And tell your dad to stop letting you watch true crime shows. With the capybara back with its rightful owner, Craig and I shamble into a nearby diner, exhausted from our adventure. We find ourselves in a corner booth and settle in. That was a tough case, but we cracked it. We're different now. Changed. Did we get in too deep?
Bro.
It's nothing a hearty brunch can't fix. My stomach grumbles. I suddenly realize how big of an appetite I work up. Brunch! Give me brunch. I have strong philosophies on brunch.
Oh.
You see, the first thing you do is divide your brunches between bogey brunch and upper class mimosas and egg benedict brunch, and grimy brunch. Give me coffee and bacon and cheese hash browns brunch. There is a time and place for both, but I think most of the life is about figuring out which one you need more. So what kind of brunch dad are you, Andrew? Will this affect my relationship with you? I don't care if it's $8.99, so what if it's essentially instant oatmeal with a slice of mango? The planet is just so nice. A fine choice. I don't think it mattered, actually.
Oh.
This your kid? You betcha. She's so cute. Hi, you. Ah, blah. Hey, kid, middle school is gonna be real tough, but if you can make it through that, you can make it through anything. The waitress walks away after winking at Craig. Seems like you're the most eligible dad bachelor in town. Guess so. Anyway, here's the thing about brunch. You don't do business during brunch. Brunch is a time for rest, relaxation, and restoration with those you love. And while we're having brunch at a traditionally brunch time, the most important thing to remember is that brunch isn't a time, it's a state of mind. If you can't have brunch on your plate, you can always have brunch in your heart. I don't disagree with you. I just don't know if I can match your intensity.
Oh.
I'll open your eyes, bro. Just you wait. We order our food, and the waitress, after blatantly hitting on Craig multiple times, eventually brings us our brunch feast. River munches on cereal right next to us, more or less managing to get it into her mouth.
Nice.
I gotta say, man, it's really great having you back around to hang out with. Things have been so busy with work and fitness and the kids. I just haven't had time to really go out and get to know people with you here. It's like we're picking up where we left off. I know the feeling, man. Moving to a new place could have been really tough for me, especially with Amanda going off to college soon. You're making this a lot easier.
Hey.
Craig smiles at me. It feels real good to go on another bro venture with you, dude, just like old times. For a while, I forgot about anything that was bothering me in my life, and it was just you and me, and... More coffee?
Oh.
Oh, no thank you. So, do you like work out?
No.
Yeah, mostly calisthenics, but I try to live as a part of the regimen. That's so cool. I've been looking for a workout buddy, you know? I wish I could help you out, but I'm enjoying brunch with my workout bro right now. Hello. Well, if you change your mind... The waitress slides a folded note to Craig and walks away. Craig makes a face as he reluctantly puts it into his pocket. We can't take you anywhere, can we? Brett. It's a blessing and a curse, isn't it? The next time we hang out should be in the middle of the woods where people can't interrupt us. And also maybe in some different woods than the ones where the little kids were vivisect. Where little kids like to vivisect things. Craig laughs.
Hey.
Man, remember all our camping road trips back in the day? Joshua Tree? Yellowstone? That was the best. I'd give anything to do all that, to do that all over again. Dude, we should do a camping weekend. Oh, I don't know, bro. I'm an adult now. I have all these adult responsibilities. I don't think I could just drop everything to go hang out in the woods for a few days, you know? Come on, dude. If we plan things right, we can do this. Craig, don't you ever do anything for yourself? Craig stares into his coffee mug. Of course I do. Yeah, like what?
I don't know.
Sometimes I let myself have one scoop of vanilla ice cream before bed, but only if I didn't meet my caloric intake for the day.
Oh.
And sometimes I let myself hit the snooze alarm, but only once. Dude, you gotta relax sometime or it's gonna kill you. Please come camping with me. It'd be so fun, bro. I guess I could get Smashly to take the kids for the weekend. I'll think about it. We finish our brunches and head back to the cul-de-sac.
Oh.
By the way, great job keeping up today. Seems like you're already making a lot of progress. Ha, I'm probably gonna need a little bit of recovery time after this. Tell the girls I said hello. I will. See ya, bro detective. I say goodbye to Craig and step inside. And this is all repeat stuff now. How'd I do?
Man, that was amazing. Just
That's-
like back in college.
That's what I'm talking about.
Dude.
Skip. Do you want to talk about it?
Huh?
Even though I know you don't.
Oh. Huh. Ah.
Hey!
Huh. Oh.
The best friend? The gossipy one? What did MLR say? I cannot believe that.
Oh.
It's not dumb. Real friends don't do that.
Oh, you too, Dad.
Welcome. You've got dads.
I'm sure. Skip. Hang on. Such a gentleman. I almost had a case of the vapors there. Never fear, these muscles were made for picking up heavy things and putting them in other places. Good to know.
Hi.
Who's a relaxed boy?
Hey! Nice. Nice.
What a beautiful waterfall. Look at Craig's butt. Let's put on a show. If the clothes are coming off, then it's someone's birthday. Craig gives me the wolf whistle. I turn and gave my booty a good spank. That one's for you, big boy. I wish I hadn't done that. Hammer fist. Because he liked that last time. I'll race you to the top. I'm pretty tired.
I don't know. Oh, man.
Go overboard. You're really giving that fire the business. You're an amazing, hardworking father with a steady work ethic, and everyone loves you. Your daughters think you're a superhero, and the neighborhood dads respect you immensely. Also, your butt looks great.
Nice.
Bro, stop. You'll make me cry. Okay, don't want your tears putting out the fire.
Hey!
I don't know. Hi.
I gotta stop accidentally moving my mouse off of the fast forward button. That's what stops the fast forward.
Nice. That was a gold medal performance for sure.
That was the most perfect dad wooing I have ever done. It's the feds.
Huh.
Zoop. Almost there.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nah.
Uh-huh.
Nah.
Knock him dead.
Dad.
I glance over to the back of the yard where Craig is sitting on the bench beneath our cherry blossom tree. He smiles at me. I'll leave you to it. Me and the Emmas are gonna go get ice cream. Love ya, Pops. Amanda runs off to join her friends. I take a seat next to Craig as the last guest makes their way out of the party. Bro. This reminds me of the parties we used to throw. Probably for the best. I'm taking this weekend to relax. This party was my first stop out of the express train from the relaxation station. Next stop is Napville. Pulling to the Andrew Concourse. I'd like to book a ticket to Napville as well. I might have to meet you halfway at eating food directly off your own stomach town. We both giggle, but man, do I want to just pour some chips on my belly while I hang out in a hammock. Craig, I'm so glad you're making time for yourself. Me too. Stress is a funny thing, dude. I didn't realize how overworked I was until we got away from the city. It's honestly just as destructive as binge drinking every night and eating burritos off of the floor. I guess we need to get out of the city more often then. Craig kicks his leg over the side of the bench and leans onto me, lying down on my lap. I run my fingers through his hair. You're looking for balance. I admire that. I'm trying not to feel guilty about doing things for myself. It's a process. It's gonna take some time to figure it out. I might need your help. Craig, I'll be your bro till the day I die. And if being your bro means forcing you to take care of yourself, then I'll happily oblige. Craig looks up at me, smiling.
Oh.
Bro,
Nice.
that means so much to me. Craig sits up and pulls me into a kiss. Bro. We both laugh.
Oh.
You and me, we're gonna be alright. Aww. Credits. I should have looked at who voiced Craig before I continued. And that is it for Craig. Next time, we're gonna conquer Damien, probably. I'm gonna save Brian for last because he has a dog, and I know Amanda loves dogs. But that is it for Craig, and I will see you in the next episode. Stay lucky!